These 50 terrifying Mother Nature encounters ought to show you exactly how merciless nature can be. Number 50. In Elazig, Turkey, life unfolds against a backdrop of history and hidden tension, with residents moving through daily routines under the shadow of an unpredictable fault line. On an ordinary October afternoon in 2024, 4 locals were busy going about their day, perhaps a quick stop at a cafe or a stroll through familiar streets, when suddenly everything changed. They experienced the raw force of a 5.9 magnitude earthquake that struck without warning in the afternoon. They escaped unharmed, leaving them grateful to be alive. Number 49. On a misty afternoon in November 2019, with storm clouds looming over Guildford, England, a woman by the name of Julie Powell walked her usual route across Tumbling Bay Weir Bridge, with her dog, Callie, trotting ahead. She paused, pulling out her phone to capture the scene. As she focused on the powerful river below, this happened. The structure, overseen by the National Trust, had stood for years, bearing witness to countless seasonal floods, yet rarely facing forces like these. Thankfully, Julie escaped unharmed, though the collapse has raised questions about the bridge's stability. Number 48. On a stormy afternoon in Houston, Texas, former pro fighter Justin Howard stood on his porch, captivated by the towering 50-foot pine tree swaying in his yard. He watched as the rain poured and the winds howled, creating an almost hypnotic sense of nature's raw power. And then, just as he admired the scene, this happened.
The old pine, taking it like a champ.
Justin compared it to the aftermath of a grueling fight, still feeling the tension days later, incredibly escaping unharmed. Number 47. Just outside the bustling city of Lima, Peru, rivers turned into torrents as the El Niño weather pattern unleashed relentless storms in 2017. One driver dared to cross a waterlogged stretch, hoping to make it to the other side. As he edged his car into the raging current, he could feel the fierce push of water against the wheels. But nothing could have prepared him for what happened next. Grabbing his phone, he crawled through the broken glass and clambered out, barely making it to safety with the help of a passerby. Number 46. In the town of Rambagh, India, after days of relentless downpour in July 2024, the ancient railway walls running along the roads had begun to buckle under the sheer weight of water. On a rainy Wednesday afternoon, a young woman made her way down the flooded road, gripping a patterned umbrella as she carefully avoided the deeper puddles forming around her. As she moved closer to the wall, seeking drier ground, something horrifying began to unfold. Miraculously, the woman escaped unharmed, dodging what could have been a fatal encounter with mere seconds to spare. Number 45. On February 9th, 2021, in the bustling streets of Istanbul, Turkey, a fierce storm tore through the city, lashing down on buildings and uprooting trees. One man stood outside a shop, watching the skies churn as he decided to take shelter from the worsening storm. But as he took cover, this happened. Miraculously, the man escaped unscathed. Number 44. In Turkey's Zonguldak province, the arrival of Storm Arwen brought devastation that no one was prepared for. At a nearby airport, a man took shelter inside the terminal as the storm's violent gusts rattled the building. But just as he stepped away from the entrance, this happened. By some miracle, the man emerged unharmed. Number 43. On January 22, 2024, in the village of Belton, England, a quiet evening was shattered by the relentless fury of Storm Isha. Winds peaked at 60 miles per hour as the storm tore mercilessly through the UK. Among the devastation was a converted chapel, a historic structure facing its own battle against the storm. As darkness settled, a passing driver unknowingly approached the chapel, the wind howling all around him. And then, in a split second, this happened. Just 10 feet behind his car, the 2-ton roof crashed to the ground, leaving the driver with nothing but an uncomfortably close call. Number 42. In June of 2019, Kentucky's Moore Resort and Marina, a popular spot where visitors enjoy the lake, boaters were wrapping up their day, unaware of the chaos about to strike. As a group of boaters began pulling in toward the marina, this happened. An EF1 tornado, bringing winds upwards of 100 miles per hour, ripped through the marina, damaging over 40 boats and tearing apart part of the pier. Miraculously, there were no injuries, and despite the damage, the resilient marina actually managed to stay open. Number 41. In the town of El Rico near Tampa, Florida, families braced themselves as Hurricane Ian unleashed its wrath on September 28, 2022. The Category 4 carried winds over 150 miles per hour, yet amid the storm's deafening winds, a family huddled in their home, watching as the storm tested every branch and rooftop in its path. Outside, a massive tree loomed close to their home, and as the wind howled, this happened. With seconds to react, the family stumbled indoors as the tree crashed onto the roof of their home, missing them by mere feet. Remarkably, no one was injured. Number 40. In 2018, the snowy Hudson Valley of New York, the Roosevelt Fire District in Hyde Park, faced down a fierce winter nor'easter, a powerful storm known for cold winds blasting from the northeast. Route 9G, a well-known route in the area, had already been hit hard, and responders were on site at a car accident when things took a turn from bad to worse. Miraculously, no one was hurt as the power line managed to hold, sparing everyone from what could have been a disturbing scene. Number 39. On the evening of October 29, 2019 in Cornwall, England, massive waves powered by high winds swept over the seawall near Port Mellon as one lone driver made a daring decision. With water splashing over the road and flood warnings all along the coast, the driver pressed forward, hoping to capture the thrill on camera. But as he edged closer, this happened.
Oh my God.
Thankfully, he emerged without a scratch. But let's just say his brilliant idea to flirt with the ocean's fury wasn't the brightest. Number 38. Atami, a popular resort town just southwest of Tokyo, Japan, is famed for its hot springs and peaceful landscapes. But in July 2021, heavy rains threatened to change that calm reputation. As visitors enjoyed the town's scenic views, a white car made its way along a narrow road. As it approached a curve, this happened. Incredibly, the driver managed to escape just in time, steering away from what could have been his final moments. Number 37. In the treacherous mountain roads of India, workers along a highway face constant danger as landslides and rockfalls become all too common during this time of year. And on a July morning 2024, a crew was busy clearing rubble from a recent landslide, eyes on their work, when things took a disturbing turn. Miraculously, they escaped unscathed. The highway remained blocked. Number 36. Along a winding national highway in the Himalayan region of India, drivers enjoy breathtaking mountain views, but often at the cost of perilous conditions. In July 2023, 3 cars cautiously made their way around a narrow stretch, unaware of the hidden risk just above them. But as the last one navigated the damp mountain road, this happened. Miraculously, the massive boulder missed him by mere inches, sending a wave of shock through the passengers. Number 35. In March of 2019, at a stunning yet treacherous spot known as Devil's Tier, on the island of Nusa Lembongan in Bali, visitors flocked to witness powerful waves crashing against rugged cliffs. Unlike most, one woman standing right at the edge was ready for the ultimate vacation picture, arms outstretched in a joyful tone. But as she held her pose, things took a disturbing turn. By some miracle, she escaped with just a few scratches, thanks to a nearby tourist who quickly pulled her to safety. Number 34. As Typhoon Marante approached in September 2016, Taiwan braced itself against winds topping 140 miles per hour, one of the most intense storms in recent history. Amid roaring gusts, a motorcyclist made his way down the road, unknowingly heading into the heart of the storm's wrath. And in an instant, this happened. Thankfully, the rider was spared from the blow as he got up immediately and rushed to the higher grounds unscathed. Number 33. At Cape Spear, Newfoundland, tourists come for the sweeping views of the Atlantic, where towering waves crash with a mesmerizing power. But on April 17, 2023, what started as a peaceful day quickly turned dangerous. A woman, bicycle in tow, had maneuvered close to the edge, seemingly entranced by the waves and the allure of the vast ocean. But things went too far when this happened.
I tracked it as it came up to shore, went in front of us and down to the right, and when I swung over, it went right over top of her.
Fortunately, the woman walked away shaken but safe, mostly thanks to her helmet. Number 32. In the northern state of Uttarakhand, India, a place renowned for its stunning Himalayan landscapes, the town of Haldwani, located in the plains near the foothills, seasonal storms can turn quiet streets into turbulent rivers. On one particularly treacherous day in July 2018, as passengers found themselves trapped between rising waters and pinned vehicles, this happened. Thanks to some quick thinking and sheer luck, everyone escaped through the windows just moments before the current swept one of the cars away. Number 31. In December 2023, along the shores of Capitola, California, crowds gathered near the charming Capitola Venetian Mouse House, a colorful beachfront spot that draws visitors year-round. Although skies were calm, warnings had gone out about powerful waves hitting the coast. As one woman took a quiet walk along the water's edge, the ocean had other plans.
Whoa! Be careful! Jesus Christ! Her! She got, and the other one's running after her, and
the second woman's quick reflexes spared them both from a potential disaster as they escaped shaken but unharmed. Number 30. In the town of Aguas Zarcas, Costa Rica, the Aguas Zarcas River winds through tropical landscapes, but can transform dramatically during the rainy season. On July 23, 2023, after a powerful electrical storm, the river surged with an unstoppable wall of water, carrying debris and wreaking havoc along its banks. As the floodwaters rose, a man across the bridge recorded the harrowing scene, but things became borderline horrific when this happened.
No.
Sí. Mira, mae. El puente, mae. Sí, huevón. Uy, mae, hágase para atrás, tío. Tío, la casa ya, vea. Hágase para atrás, hágase para atrás. Vámonos. ¿Cuál choca la moto? ¡Véngase para acá, huevón! ¡Véngase! ¡Uy, Dios mío! ¡Quita! ¡Muévanse!
Luckily, the man escaped just in the nick of time, avoiding being swept away to live another day. Number 29. On a quiet Saturday in October 2024, a dog walker enjoyed a peaceful stroll along Bournemouth's Durley Chine shoreline in Dorset, where rows of beach huts lined the path. With only the sounds of gentle waves and seabirds nearby, the day seemed perfect until it wasn't. Thankfully, both narrowly escaped a disaster that could have ended very differently. Number 28. On September 18, 2022, a peaceful ride along the winding mountainside roads in Taiwan took an eerie turn when the ground suddenly began to tremble. As riders navigated the remote twisting path, this happened. A magnitude 6.9 earthquake struck near the boundary of the Philippine Sea and Eurasian plates, blocking roads with piles of debris. But by pure luck and quick reflexes, the riders emerged without a scratch. Number 27. In January 2014, A carefree day at Sardinero Beach in Santander, Spain, took a shocking twist. As a woman playfully danced along the sands, laughing as waves crashed nearby, bystanders looked on, not expecting this to happen. Having been swept up by the powerful wave, she somehow made it safely back to shore, ending a scene that could have had a much, much worse ending. Number 26. On April 21, 2015, Australia's Dee Beach was transformed into one of the worst storms in a decade to hit, with officials declaring more than 11 areas as natural disaster zones. Despite the warnings, a man stood at the very edge of an ocean pool, perhaps unaware of the storm's full intensity, when suddenly this happened. The storm's fury sent him skidding across the foreshore. Though he emerged with just a good drenching, it's clear things could have taken a much worse turn. Number 25. In Taiwan, September 2016, Typhoon Moranti was close approaching. As the country braced for winds topping 140 miles per hour, a motorcyclist made his way down the road, unknowingly heading into the heart of the storm. But too late to change course. In mere seconds, this happened. Thankfully, the rider would later be counted among the fortunate, escaping as Taiwan faced Moranti's brutal aftermath. Number 24. On a spring day in March 2022, just outside Texas, a driver found himself facing a brutal twister that seemed to come out of nowhere. The powerful tornado swept across the highway, and as the driver continued forward, this happened.
Okay, if that's not enough, the driver continues down the road as if nothing even happened.
Amazingly, the driver walked away with minor bruising, giving him a story of a lifetime. Number 23. In northeast India lies the mighty Brahmaputra River, a lifeline that swells dramatically during the monsoon season. For locals, the riverbank can be a dangerous spot during flooding, but the draw to witness the river's force is hard to resist. And on May 26, 2020, a man by the name of Fokarudin and his friends gathered at the edge to see the surging waters firsthand, when suddenly this happened. Incredibly, Fokarudin managed to get back on his feet as his friends pulled him to safety, drenched, but safe. Number 22. In Decatur, a small city nestled by the Tennessee River in northern Alabama, workers at a local recycling company took cover as a tornado's path closed in. As they huddled inside what seemed to be some sort of shelter, no one was expecting what happened next. A huge piece of debris knocked on their non-existent door, successfully spiking their anxiety levels. Although a bit shaken, thankfully all remained unharmed. Number 21. As Hurricane Irma's eye wall slammed into Florida on September 10, 2017, reporter Mike Bates stood his ground, broadcasting live against the brutal winds and rain battering the coast. Reporting the storm's unforgiving power in real time, he faced the intensity head-on when this happened.
A little bit about these tornado warnings that are going off. You are an incredible and amazing. Thank you, Mike, for doing everything you do. Yes. Even without an eye wall here.
A brief mini-tornado began to form behind Bates' back, before quickly dissolving. Though shaken, Mike emerged unharmed. Number 20. On October 2, 2023, in China's central mountains, a man by the name of Mr. Lai was driving along the narrow scenic roads of the Shenanjia Forestry District. Just ahead, a red SUV moved steadily, with both drivers enjoying what seemed like a typical journey through the breathtaking yet unpredictable terrain. As Mr. Lai navigated the winding path, however, nothing could have prepared him for what happened next. The giant boulder missed the red SUV by a hair, slamming into the ground with enough force to leave a 1-foot-deep crater. Miraculously, the only mark on the SUV was a mirror dent. Number 19. On a winding road near the Chinese city of Guanyan, drivers are used to the breathtaking views. But on this sunny November day in 2023, the real danger lay hidden high above. As two cars passed close together along the narrow road, everything seemed perfectly calm, until this happened. The first boulder had hit 164 feet apart from the car, while the second rock, even larger, barreled just mere feet from the trailing vehicle's bumper. Remarkably, however, no one was injured. Number 18. In the heart of the Caucasus, towering above all other peaks, lies Mount Elbrus, Russia's highest peak and one of the world's most formidable climbing destinations. But on August 21st, 2023, climbers on its face would find the mountain testing them in a way they hadn't prepared for. As they carefully made their way up the slopes, this happened. A massive boulder spun wildly down the slope, carving a perilous path in its descent. Luckily for those in its trajectory, the boulder slowed and slid to a halt, diverted by the ice below, sparing climbers from what could have been a devastating encounter. Number 17. In Janesville, Wisconsin, the day began like any other for a man by the name of Timothy Sheets as he stepped out onto the porch of his family's home on July 9, 2020. But the skies above had other plans, rumbling with a storm that had been brewing all day. Winds picked up and raindrops began pelting down. Timothy locked up and turned to leave. What happened next was a twist no one could have anticipated. The falling tree knocked down power lines and sent a surge of danger through the air. Thanks to his quick instincts, Timothy managed to sidestep danger, escaping not only the collapsing tree, but also the live wires just above him. Number 16. In the stormy coastal village of Porto in England, a couple stood mesmerized by the crashing waves on a March afternoon in 2008. While a man by the name of Ricky Coretti was recording the scene, things took a dangerous turn when this happened. Despite the too close for comfort wave, remarkably both emerged unscathed, a quick reminder of why the ocean is king. Number 15. An overcast April morning in Dalian, a bustling port city in China, TV anchor Xiaodong was reporting live for Dalian Weather TV. At about 9 a.m., holding an umbrella to shield from the drizzle, he began delivering his segment. But without warning, this happened.
现在是上午的9点钟，户外的雨依然还在下。截止到目前的。
Despite the unexpected jolt, Xiaodong walked away completely unharmed, proving that sometimes luck is the best umbrella. Number 14. In the quiet, snow-covered county of Avery, North Carolina, winter had taken a harsh turn in December 2018. A gas station had already been battered by heavy snowfall, with the roof sagging under immense weight. One man, waiting under the awning, thought he had a safe shelter, but as he stood there, this happened. As the roof collapsed under the heavy snow, by sheer luck, the man narrowly escaped unharmed. Number 13. On July 18, 2023, along India's infamous National Highway 21, known for its dramatic mountains and deep valleys, a city worker was carefully clearing debris from the notorious 6-mile stretch, an area prone to landslides due to the unregulated hill cutting that weakens cliffs above. Yet, as he maneuvered his machinery, this happened. As huge boulders fell, by some magical feat, workers managed to outrun the rockfall, proving how a single moment can be the difference between life and death. Number 12. In the small town of West Hamlin, West Virginia, a man by the name of Ronald Wiley was driving down a quiet country road, eyes on the wet, slippery pavement in his Ford F-150. He thought he was prepared for the unexpected, but nothing could have prepared him for what happened next.
Yep, when the side of the road suddenly gave way, trees just started falling like dominoes. His car slid right into them. Wiley says fortunately, he was driving alertly when it all happened.
I looked up and I saw the cable lines and telephone lines were still intact, so I went ahead and backed out just in case they did give way. God was definitely watching over me.
With only seconds to react, Wiley managed to escape serious harm, his truck sustaining just minor scrapes. Number 11. In Florida's Big Bend region, Hurricane Idalia made landfall on August 30, 2023, bringing its full force ashore. As Idalia charged inland, a woman by the name of Olivia in one household was in for a near-tragic surprise when something colossal came crashing down far too close for comfort.
Look, there it goes. There it goes. No!
A terrifying brush with disaster turned to relief, leaving Olivia pale but unscathed. Number 10. On May 18, 2019, near McCook, Nebraska, storm chaser Reed Timmer was on the hunt, hoping to capture the formation of a tornado up close. As he watched a towering vortex take shape, things took a turn for the worst when this happened. Just 50 feet from his vehicle, Timmer clung to the hope that his Dominator 3, a specially reinforced tank-like ride, would hold up. Thankfully, the tornado was a relatively weaker one, allowing Timmer to escape without major harm. Number 9. On a stormy day in October 2013, in the heart of Amsterdam, a strong gale swept through the city's iconic canal-lined streets. A man by the name of Ruben, a local cyclist, was pedaling through, unaware of the impending danger as winds continued to build. And then, as Ruben approached a towering tree, this happened. As he veered left, the tree crashed down onto the path he'd been riding moments before, his quick reflexes saving him from what could have been a fatal encounter. Number 8. In the bustling heart of Mumbai, India, life took a sudden turn for the worse on May 17, 2021. Cyclone Tukte, a powerful storm tearing through India's western coast, unleashed fierce winds and torrential rain. Amid the chaotic streets, one woman, umbrella in hand, had no idea just how close she would come to disaster when this would transpire. By mere luck, she narrowly managed to escape unscathed. Number 7. In the quiet town of Sanford, Maine, a police officer patrolled snow-covered roads on a wintry morning in April 2024. With heavy snow hanging off tree branches, the day seemed routine, until this happened.
Check this out. A scary close call for a police officer in Sanford today as a tree fell on the road right in front of his cruiser.
Thankfully, he stopped just in time, sparing himself a close brush with danger. Number 6. In March 2019, gale force winds swept through Stoke Newington in northeast London, wreaking havoc across the city. For one unsuspecting pedestrian, things took a terrifying turn when, just as he passed an old brick wall, this happened. Thankfully, the man was able to escape, unscathed but shaken. Number 5. On July 3, 2024, a fierce storm hit Sri Ganganagar, India, drenching the streets in heavy rain. For one family driving through the downpour, the day took a terrifying twist as danger suddenly loomed overhead. Despite the high-voltage electricity pole crashing down onto the moving car, the family escaped unscathed. Number 4. In the city of Boding, China, summer 2023 brought an unbearable heat wave that warped everything in its path. For one motorcyclist, riding through the blistering streets seemed like any other day, until things took a disturbing turn. This close call left him with nothing but the heat-induced thrill of a lucky escape. Number 3. On July 28, 2023, in the mountainous region of North India, days of heavy rain had primed the Pasigat-Kingyong road, a vital, rugged route for disaster. 3 passengers in an SUV drove cautiously along the narrow, muddy stretch, unaware that something powerful was about to unfold.
पायरा नुल्यम तोमरा मिरु पायरा वो सब मिलेगा 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 लुरा मितोरा तानमान मिलेगा.
By pure luck, the car ended up wedged to the side of the debris flow rather than swept away entirely. While shaken, all passengers emerged unscathed. Number 2. On California's Highway 101 lies the small town of Leggett, a getaway to the iconic redwoods. On a quiet day in May 2020, Wendy Kornberg stopped to capture the scenic view. Nearby maintenance workers watched the hillside, aware of the risks in the rugged terrain. What happened next was beyond anything they expected.
Run! Run! Oh my God! Holy cow! Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Whoa! Back up!
Amazingly, no one was hurt, but the event left the highway buried under debris. Number 1. In the quiet beauty of the Arctic, Mike Horn and Fred Rowe approach an iceberg with the kind of confidence only decades of extreme exploration can inspire. Horn, hailed as one of the greatest modern adventurers, had tackled everything from the Amazon's jungle to circumnavigating the globe without motorized transport. But nothing could have prepared them for what happened next.
Oh putain! Oh putain! Merde, vite! Vite, vite! Retourne dedans! Retourne dedans! C'est bon. Un bout! Un bout! Vite, vite, vite! Allez, des enfants dedans!
The two climbers soon learned this frozen expanse doesn't forgive even the smallest error. In a stroke of luck, they escaped with their lives intact. If these moments spiked your anxiety, then these ought to freeze your blood.